good, y'all? You already know what time it is. It is MoSports TV, June 27th.
Yes, sir.
I'm here with the gang, Matt Chi and Big Ed.
We back, baby.
And we got a super special guest. Matt, you want to bring him in?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I am very proud to introduce my boy, the one and only Jersey Shore's very own Andrew Fischer. Give him a round of applause. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So, for those of you who are not familiar with Andrew just concluded his first season of D1 baseball. Now, this is not just any D1 baseball. We are talking about Duke baseball. First season. Andrew, congratulations on an amazing year one. How's it feel, post year one, 1 year in the books, man? Like, you're in the bigs now. What's happening?
Yeah, thank you. Thanks for having me on. Yeah, no, it feels good. Definitely think it was very important to get that experience as a freshman and get the time out there on the field. I feel like I gained a lot more confidence now going into year two, and I feel like it's definitely been a real special year.
Yeah, I mean, and we're not just talking for 1 year that you've had that's special. I mean, for the people that are local and know you, Andrew has been an incredible talent all of his baseball career. Literally the entire time that I have known Andrew, his work ethic, second to none. His determination is second to none. It is incredible, this kid's journey, and I'm very proud to have him on MoSports TV tonight. Thanks for coming on, brother.
Thank you.
All right, so let's kick things off. First question I want to ask you, what's the biggest lesson that you learned after year one? Because there has to be a little bit of growing pains. We got to see a lot of shine, a lot of fantastic moments, but at the same time, I know that, sometimes the ship doesn't always sail straight. So what was the biggest lesson you learned in year one?
Yeah, I think the biggest lesson, I think it's that sometimes, like, when you get out there, you have to realize that, like, you might be a big fish back from your hometown, but once you get out there, you're playing with a whole bunch of guys who, were big fish in a small pond back in their hometown as well. So, once I got out there, I really sat back and, kind of fought through an injury in the fall, had a little bit of a back issue. So I really had a chance to, like, sit back and watch and, like, really listen and learn from some of the veterans on our team, a lot of grad students on our team. So really had a chance to learn from them, even just, life stuff and baseball stuff, talking about stuff in the classroom and just how to manage school and baseball at the same time. And, even talking to guys who, hopefully at the time I was hoping, to get even closer to and, learn more about their path and how they got there. So, I think biggest lesson is just to, go in there and not be, one dimensional and really be able to, be a sponge and take in as much information from everyone, just trying to keep learning.
I love that. And you hear that from a lot of the big guys. I think that's something that Derek Jeter talks about often, is just kind of taking in everything around you, taking in the environment. And that's how you learn the most. So sometimes the quietest people, right? They learn the most just observing.
Yeah.
That's major. So you guys want to
I got a question for you. Did you ever all right, no, actually first I want to talk about how you broke Duke's single season home run record as a freshman with 11 home runs, right? How did that feel as a coming from a kid from Manchester going to one of the top D1 schools in the country and breaking the record as a freshman, well, the freshman record?
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, no, I felt good. It felt it was a pretty special moment. I think really at the time I didn't realize that was the record. It was the game had happened. I hit the home run and came back in the dugout, and another kid on the team had just started congratulating me, and I think I started putting it all together, and I talked to some people after the game, and a lot of people showing a lot of emotion, and I kind of put it together that oh my gosh, she just broke the record. But I guess breaking the record was awesome. It was great, but obviously that wasn't the goal I was shooting for. I wasn't going in there to break the home run freshman record. I guess going into even Ole Miss, my next spot, going in there to break bigger records and not just a single season freshman record. So it felt good, and it was I just kind of put it behind me now, and that's just the first step.
It's so funny because I feel like that embodies your personality very well. You went up there, you had no idea that you had just broken the record. You were here to play ball. That was it. At the end of the day, you were there to get the job done. I love that. And there was never a thought in your mind like, oh, I'm going up and breaking the record. There was none of that. You were there to get the job done. I respect that a ton. So you're talking about Ole Miss. What can Ole Miss expect getting a guy like Andrew Fischer now on that baseball program?
Yeah, no, I mean, I show up to the field every day just because I love the game. I love the game. I want to work. Obviously, I want to be the best I can and compete to win championships and win games and everything else in between. But I think the biggest part about my journey is that I like truly love the game. Like I just have fun being there. So I think not only am I there to, like I said, compete to keep winning and put up numbers and try and help the team win, but I think the fans and definitely the students out in right field will see. I love playing the game and I just have fun doing it. So I think it'll be hopefully entertaining to watch. Not hopefully put on a show on the field, but hopefully they enjoy watching me. I show up to every practice, ton of energy, ready to go, and again, not because I feel like I have to. It's just because I love doing it and I have fun being there and being a part of the team.
Absolutely. You're just a guy that's out there. I mean, the MLB, their slogan is let the kids play, right? And that you're the definition of that. You're the future, man. You are the future that we are going to be watching. So with that being said, where can we expect to see the name Andrew Fischer 5 years from now?
Obviously I think the dream's been to play professional baseball and, be a big leaguer, but, I think it's really hard to say, where I'd say you'd expect me to be. In a perfect world, I'd tell you I'd be in the big leagues, hitting 30 home runs a year and, impacting a team. But, obviously don't know where the journey's going to take me. But, I'd say first focus is, go win 2 national championships with, Ole Miss and, hopefully get drafted as a junior and then, work my way up from there. So
I want to spin back on Ole Miss. What about that program made you want to hit that transfer portal? What were the better qualities of Ole Miss that was like, damn, that's my next squad?
Yeah, no, I think just for starters, obviously, Duke was a Power 5 school. They're in the ACC competing, and like I said, I had a chance at Duke to, play in a regional, play in the ACC tournament. Obviously we won a regional and have a chance to play and compete in a super regional, just unreal atmospheres. And, I think, what Ole Miss brings to the table is, they're an SEC program. They're going to compete every day in front of, 8 to 12,000 people, and you're going to leave a weekend playing in front of 40,000 fans. So I think part of that is it's pretty electrifying being out there. I feel like as a player, like I said, I have fun being there, but I feed off the crowd, just feed off the people. And I think the SEC is as well as a very competitive, conference. You talk about teams like LSU and Florida. If you watch the Men's College World Series national championship games, these guys are out there bringing in guys in the bullpen throwing 100 miles an hour, with 3, 4, 5 pitch mixes, some pitches that, look like they're out of a video game. And, I want to be up there competing against the best, and I feel like that's been, my story all along, growing up. I feel like, in order to play at the highest level, it wasn't to, go out and play on this travel team or that travel team. I felt like, as an 8-year-old, I was playing on 10U travel teams, or as a 10-year-old, I was playing with the 12U All-Stars, or, as a 12-year-old, I was playing up on the big fields while the rest of the kids at my age were playing on the smaller size fields. And I just wanted to challenge myself as much as I could. So, again, this is just another step on the journey. I think, I'm being in the ACC, you're not matching up with a guy like Paul Skeens, who's throwing 135 pitches in an outing, throwing 101, with a hammer slider and a sick changeup. Right. And I think I could compete with those guys, and I want to put that on display, these over the next 2 years here.
Love that. Ed, you got something you want to ask?
What's your top 5 power hitters all time?
Ooh. All time. I mean, Barry Bonds is you gotta put him at number 1. I mean, Ted Williams, he's up there. This is gonna be a crazy take, but I don't know if this would be all time, but just fun to watch is Stanton when he was healthy.
Hmm.
with Marlins. I mean, that guy annihilated baseballs. He was hitting them
Oh, yeah.
450 feet at 120. People
It was
were
like every other day Stanton was hitting a home run in like 2017. It was
Yeah.
absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah, he had a ridiculous year for sure. You know, I'm obviously biased Yankee fan, but obviously you got Babe Ruth and you know, some of those guys. But I guess one guy who I really loved watching growing up was Robinson Cano. Just he had sweet lefty swing, and it was smooth. It was really cool, really fun to watch. I don't know if I'd say he's a top 5 power home run hitter or anything like that, but you know, he was just fun to watch. Had a sweet swing.
So talking about power hitting, and Simo had mentioned you breaking the single season freshman record, you know, was hitting home runs ever a part of your game that you thought about would as becoming, you know, so pivotal, or was that just a product of the work that you ended up putting in?
Yeah, no, I think you know, each player has, you know, their own tools that they bring to the, you know, the field with them, and I think, you know, hitting baseballs really hard is one of my tools, and I think everyone has to kind of embody their own work. You know, you're going to have a kid that shows up to the field and he's going to be 5'8", but he's going to put the ball in play every time, and he's going to have wheels. He's going to get on first. He's going to steal second. He's going to cause havoc. You know, you're going to have some guys who are 6'6" and strike out, you know, 100 times in a season, but you know, they're going to hit 20 home runs, and that's their thing. You know, and talk about pitchers. You know, you see some guys throwing from all different arm slots. You see lefties throwing, you know, 90 with a whole bunch of movement, and they could throw anywhere they want in the zone. Where you have, you know, tall righties who, you know, 6'6", 6'7", 6'8", throwing 100 miles an hour, you know, and you know, maybe their location is a little bit sacrificed because of how hard they're throwing and stuff like that. But you know, I think in college, one of the things I've learned is that, you know, when you have you know, a special tool that's brought you this far, you have to hone in on that craft and really specialize in it. And you know, so I went up there to start the season. I would say my early at bats, you know, just getting adjusted to being there. You know, I didn't really think I was really using all my power and all my strength and really showing what I could do, you know, right out of the gate. And then I think as time went on, I started to develop, and you know, I really settled into my craft and trying to hit the ball really hard and backspin it to, you know, all fields. But yeah, I think it's been a big focus now, and it's going to be a big focus in this offseason to really you know, consistently punish mistakes over the heart of the zone, and obviously hunt fastballs and do anything I can to, you know, help the ball leave the yard. And I think that's going to be where I live in this upcoming season, is hopefully you know, doubles and bombs, you know.
Love that.
Dope. So growing up, was there any particular MLB players that you modeled your game around, that you watched film on, that you wanted to focus like, okay, I want to play like this guy when I get to this level?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, obviously you'd mentioned Derek Jeter earlier. I mean, he's just such a classy guy. He does everything the right way, and I mean, it's every kid's dream to play shortstop for the Yankees, you know, or the Red Sox if you're a Boston fan. But no, I mean, obviously you have Jeter there, but I think you know, this is going to be, you know, not really a popular choice, but Didi Gregorius. I watched him playing shortstop for the Yankees for a while growing up, and it's a fun fact. That's actually why my Instagram handle is like Sir Fischer. So he's actually knighted by the Queen of England, and his name is like Sir Didi Gregorius. So his Instagram handle is Sir Didi. So when I was younger, I was like, oh my God, that's sweet. I'm going to make mine Sir Fischer. So obviously I'm not knighted by the Queen of England, but
Maybe one day.
Yeah. No, but, yeah, so that's kind of the backstory. I'd watched him growing up. You know, he's a righty thrower, lefty hitter, so very similar to me. You know, and I watched his swing a lot, and I try to replicate a lot of things that, you know, he did, and I definitely think that helped. I definitely think one more person, Todd Frazier. He's a Jersey guy, played for the Fraziers all growing up, and I mean, he's just, again, he's like the same as Jeter. He's just such a classy guy, and you know, someone you want to be around, and someone, you know, you want to say you're friends with, someone you want to be you know, associated with. He's just that kind of guy, and I mean, those three guys have been, I've been looking up to for a while now.
Love that.
Agreed.
And if anyone here that's watching is familiar with Most Sports, you could check out our Todd Frazier interview on our YouTube as well. We're gonna have to make a little Todd and Big Fish collab happen now that we heard that for
Yeah,
sure.
let's do it.
Sure. Didi Gregorius, though, that's a guy, I feel he's somewhat underappreciated because although his MLB career isn't something of stardom the way that Derek Jeter was, he had extremely big shoes to fill stepping into the shortstop position with the Yankees. Like you said, that's a position that a lot of young kids grow up idolizing. And so he came in, he stepped into some big shoes, like I said, and he performed. We saw a lot of playoff moments from Didi, and he's a class act. So I love that one for sure. Another question I have for you. You were talking about a lot of these pitchers and just how good they are, but then there's you over here with 50 hits in 47 games. So let's not act like, this is anything to sniff at. What is your approach at the plate that's allowing you to be so consistent at just simply putting the ball in play?
Yeah, I go up there every time with an approach and a plan, right? So, you're gonna have guys who they love throwing their best pitch in certain counts, and they're really confident, in whatever pitch. And you're also gonna have other guys who are unpredictable, but they just think they're better than you and that they can beat you. And here it comes, try and hit it. So I guess part of the way through the year, like I said, I really feel like I made a jump and took a turn, like you said, started to hit some more home runs and stuff like that. But, I went in the box just thinking, I don't care who's throwing to me. They're not going to beat me. I'm getting up there. I'm getting my A swing off as soon as I can. I'm going to be real aggressive early in counts. And I think a lot of the pitchers, especially facing some of the older guys, are just like, this kid's a freshman. He can't hit me. Here it comes. Try and hit it. So, early on, I was sitting there just hunting fastballs and really, punishing fastballs early in counts. And then, I guess some of the breaking balls that were just left over the heart of the plate and middle of the plate, just getting good barrel on them and trying to put them in play. But I think a big part of my game that, like I said, everyone has tools that, they really have to hone in on their craft. And I think me is I feel like I'm very disciplined, right? So like when I'm up there, I feel like it kind of gets looked past, in hitters when they're very disciplined because they earn those mistake pitches or they earn getting that fastball, right? So like, if someone throws a changeup that, I take for a ball and, it was a really good changeup and, I probably should have swung at it and, I take it, it's a ball. Now it's 1-0, same pitch, throws it again, thinking maybe I'm going to bite this time. Now it's 2-0 here. All right. So now I earned the fastball.
Right.
He's going to challenge me now. He doesn't want to fall behind.
Yep.
So I feel like I got myself in a lot of hitters counts this year. 1-0, 2-0, 3-1, 3-0.
That's something the box score doesn't reflect too, but it's such a massive part of the game because you're not getting lucky per se that they're throwing you these mistakes, right? You're putting yourself in this position to where they're forced to give you a pitch to hit now.
For sure, yeah. And I think, again, at the college level, like you look, a lot of pitchers are more advanced. Strikeout to walk ratio is a lot lower, and they want to challenge you. They want to make you earn it. And, some of these kids are throwing 94, 95 miles an hour with, an 82 mile an hour curveball and, an 86 mile an hour changeup. And, it's coming at you in all different ways. And it literally looks like it's a spray when it's coming in. They all have the same arm angle. So being really disciplined at the plate, I think has helped me, as a hitter to, earn those pitches, earn those challenge pitches. And I would say there were definitely times throughout the year that, I'd get my A swing off and foul off, a pitch and be a little frustrated, be like, dang, I got the fastball I wanted. I just missed it. I think that's going to be a big part of my game now. Stepping up to this next level is, in the SEC, these kids are not going to make as many mistakes. These kids are not going to give you as many challenge pitches, in hitters counts. And I think those are going to be the ones that, I can't miss. I can't afford to foul one back and be like, well, dang, now I'm 2-1 instead of 2-0. I might not get that fastball again for the rest of the day. So that's got to be the pitch that I capitalize on and cash out in.
Love that. Love that. So you had mentioned the word discipline. Now we know that discipline is something that is developed over time, and the motivation to, train and be the best isn't always going to be there, but it's discipline that keeps you going. So where is kind of your discipline at? How did that form? And, because becoming a D1 baseball player, that's, something that happens over a long period of time. That type of talent didn't develop just overnight. What keeps you motivated, when times are kind of just slow?
Yeah, no, I mean, in the off season, I'm doing everything I can to, get that extra work in like any other athlete is out there doing. But I think there was a big turning point in my career as a baseball player. Getting a chance just to wrestle. Wrestling was a big part of my life. My dad was a high school wrestling coach. He still is. And, I wrestled all through middle school, did the club wrestling, wrestled as a freshman. Obviously out there, not I wasn't, a Division I wrestler or anything, but, going through those workouts and just understanding, everything that you had to put into it in order to, have success. I definitely think that made me more mentally tough.
Put that dog in you.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I'm out here now doing crazy workouts and putting myself through, hell. So I'm physically ready for that season coming up. And trying to do everything I can to prevent injury and really prepare myself so that, when the lights are on, there's nothing else I'm worried about other than, crushing a fastball and, hopefully making a play in the field. I want to make sure, obviously I'm not 6'6", 6'7", and, I'm not 270 pounds or 250 pounds able to hit balls like Aaron Judge. So I got to work twice as hard to hopefully make myself physically prepared for that level and, make up for, only being 6'1.5", 6'2", 200 pounds. And instead, Aaron Judge has those huge levers. He's 6'7", 6'8", 280, and he can hit a ball off the end of the bat and flick it out 380 feet.
Yeah.
Me, I really have to earn that. I have to grind to be able to get to that point.
For sure. So you said a lot of Aaron Judge in that last answer. I want to talk about Aaron Judge and the Yankees since you're such a diehard fan.
Oh, man.
Judge has a torn ligament in his toe?
Yeah, torn ligament in his toe. They've been beating around the bush with it for about a week, 2 weeks now.
How do you feel about the Yankees season coming up?
I think obviously he judges the captain now, so I think the Yankees are the Yankees. They're the Bronx Bombers. Any team that rolls into the Bronx is the Yankees aren't going to roll over. So, obviously they might have went through a tough stretch, but no doubt in my mind through this postseason, it's going to come up. They're going to make a run here. They're going to be competitive. They're going to do what the Yankees always do. Cause trouble for whoever they're going to face. But one of the most exciting parts about rooting for the Yankees is just it's electric. You go into that atmosphere and you get chills when you step in that stadium, and that's something that I feel like I'm going to get at Ole Miss. I'm going to go there and play in front of 12,000 fans and just hear a roar of a crowd that's rooting for us. Like we played at Virginia, at UVA in our super regional and obviously we were at an away game, but we played in front of 5,000-6,000 fans, and each time that they hit a home run or a big strikeout or something happened, I was on third base, I was playing third, and I could just feel the crowd. Like I don't really know how else to describe it, but you just feel it. You get chills everywhere. The hair on your arm is standing up, and you can't even hear the infield. I can't hear Alex Mooney playing shortstop. I can't talk to him. I can yell as much as I want, and he just can't hear me. It's a different kind of atmosphere. And, I definitely think, you talk about the Yankees, they get that in the MLB and they're going to pack their stadium all the time. But you talk about college baseball, Ole Miss fans can pack that stadium and it's going to be fun. I can't wait.
Yeah, I'm excited for you because didn't Ole Miss just win the national?
Yeah, they were 2022 national champs.
Yeah, I mean,
nice.
This is not a program that is unfamiliar with success. So you're coming in. What's the goal next season? Is it you're coming for the top, that national championship?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, they're a winning program, and I mean, Coach Bianco is a winning coach. It's contagious. You can just tell. I went on my official visit there, and just talking to those guys, they very professional. They know what they're doing. They're not there to mess around. This isn't, wiffle ball in the backyard. This is business. This is, you get in there. This is college baseball. This is the real deal. They're not thinking about, hey, how are we going to get to Omaha? It's, hey, this is how we're going to win a national championship next year. They're not talking about how maybe they didn't make the SEC tournament this past season, fought through some injuries. They were a top 5 team in the country, to start the year last year. And, even through the couple weeks, I think they were up in 2 or 3 spot in the rankings. And, they're not worried about hey, we didn't make a regional last year. Our mindset is we're going to win a national championship this next season. We're going to Omaha. We're going to win a super regional. We're going to host a super regional. I think this team has a lot of big things in store for us.
Love that.
Awesome.
All right, I think that's going to wrap us up for today. Andrew, we appreciate you so much for coming on and joining us. Guys, you can follow Andrew at Sir Fischer on the gram. Make sure you drop my boy a follow. We are going to be back having him on, I'm sure, a few years from now, when we're on ESPN, you're in the bigs, we're going to come back to this and we're going to reminisce on this first interview because there's a lot more in store for the bigs.
Thank you so much.
I hope you enjoy the rest of your night.
Yes, sir.
And we are going to transition now into some NBA basketball. Guys, there are some big things happening in the NBA. We just had the draft last week. So who were the biggest winners in your guys' opinion? Because there were a lot of winners, a lot of losers. Talk to me. How are we feeling?
First, I think the Cavs.
The Cavs won?
Yeah, they got a sleeper.
Who's the sleeper? Talk to me.
Imani Bates.
I think I really don't see him thriving on an NBA level.
You're crazy.
Why?
Because I just think he's undersized in his I don't know how to say it without a pause.
Undersized?
Bro, he's lengthy. That's it. He's lengthy. What's his weight? Like 100? Isn't he 130 pounds at like 6'7"?
What? Man, shut up. Don't start the pod off like that.
What do you mean? Bro, nah.
He's definitely light in the ass, but so are a lot of
the players in today's game are light in the ass.
Okay,
bro.
and your biggest concern about the number 1 overall pick is how skinny he is. But a guy like
He's
Imani Bates.
7'5", though.
Okay, and Imani Bates.
Imani Bates is like
6'7", bro.
No, he's taller than 6'7", I'm pretty sure. But Imani Bates was at one point in time in high school the top player in the nation.
Dog, he's 6'9", 170 pounds. That's a crazy bag.
He's light.
Bro, that's crazy. We think he's going to be able to
look
bang
at
with the big boys?
Bucket,
well, he's a bucket. And look, at the end of the day, a lot of these type of players are light. Like Kevin Durant coming out couldn't even bench press 145, right? There's players that most basketball players aren't strong.
But is Imani Bates, he lives around the rim, no?
No, he shoots. He's a shooter.
I feel like he's somewhat of a slasher, though, in a sense of where, like, his transition game is not.
He's like
pulling up with two people in his
he
face.
he has a game like KD, like a Michael Porter Jr.
I was
kind
gonna
of
say
like
a KPJ. That's more of that. Like, he feels he could get a bucket from anywhere. But I don't
Michael
know.
Porter Jr. is my comparison to him.
But Michael Porter Jr. is also someone who's a little bit thicker. Pause. You know what I mean? Like, he has a bigger build than Imani Bates. That's just my only concern.
is just how he has a dribbling bag. He has a step back game. He has a very big arsenal of how he's going to get
off-court issues with him.
Yes, literally.
He literally was a bucket.
But like he's a chucker though too. Like his IQ is a little bit low, but that's just from him being young and immature. But I do think him dropping to 49 was fucking.
Yeah.
That's crazy. That's crazy talk. Like, come on, man. Like we're. Like,
Wait,
let's
did
be
he
real.
Get picked? I thought he went undrafted.
No, he got second round to the Cavs.
Ugh.
So, I mean, I like Imani Bates, but really, that's a subplot in what happened in the draft. I think a real winner is most likely whoever who got the Pacers or the Wizards got Koulibaly, my guy.
Oh, your dog.
My guy. They
He fell, right?
He went all the way up to he got picked at 7, bro.
Oh, right.
The Wizards and the Pacers traded.
And Cam Whitmore kind of swapped places, in my opinion, because I was hearing that Koulibaly was going to be the one to fall down, and then Whitmore ended up falling.
Koulibaly only came. He started at 40, and his
stock went crazy.
His stock was at like 10 to 13 range.
Pacers got
the
him.
Day of the Pacers got him, and I think that was a big move. I think the Pacers are gonna love Koulibaly. He kind of reminds me of like the Paul George that was in Indiana. So we'll see what happens with that. He's very lengthy. He can do everything on the court. He's Victor Wembanyama's teammate, pretty much his pimping. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So who else were winners?
Winner, in my opinion, was the Utah Jazz. They took Taylor Hendricks at number 9, and then they were able to fleece in a trade just recently. The only thing that they had given up in that deal was Rudy Gay, right?
Yeah, they just got John Collins
in their acquisition of John Collins. So, I mean,
that's not. I mean, I get that.
They want. I mean, but are we considering draft? Not like I don't know.
That's what we're talking. We're talking about draft winners.
But I feel like, in a sense, like you build, like their draft was built ready to make this move as well.
Okay, I like that.
Loser, I got a loser for you real quick. Loser, in my opinion, the Thunder at 12. Well, actually, the Dallas Mavericks. Sorry, you took a guy at number 12 who put up 5 and 5 last year.
Who, the guy from Duke?
Derek Lively, yeah.
Yeah, I like how big Derek Lively is, and like he could be their true center, but like the Mavs did all of that bullshit with tanking and getting their pick taken away, the fucking trade out of it, go 2 spots back and pick Lively, I guess. Like, yeah, I do see the Mavs as a loser as well. Who else?
We talked on Moneyline Madness about the Lakers. They went for a big reach in Jalen Hood-Schifino. That was a big time reach. A lot of mock drafts had him either between the 26 and 40 range, or going. Some even had him, almost undrafted. So I think that was a big reach there, especially as a team that you need to make that pick count. I can't lie to you. We got to make that pick count in LeBron's last year or two. And they had a chance to take Cam Whitmore on the board, a guy that could make an impact in year one at the point guard position for you. You could use that scoring off the bench very, very swiftly. And honestly, I think he could have been a 6th man of the year candidate given the right volume, like that off the rip with a team like the Lakers.
How you just say that?
How am I just saying that? Because if he's on the Lakers, right, not only are you getting the Lakers bias from the national media, you're playing with LeBron. They would put him on such a pedestal.
You're very high on Cam Whitmore.
Yo, bro, the 6th man.
Bro, the only reason that he fell was because of a knee injury that we really don't even know about. They swear his meniscus is bad.
I heard it was character problems.
Yeah.
I didn't hear anything about a knee. I heard he was talking shit and he had bad interviews.
Oh.
That's what I heard.
I just saw it was medicals. That was the reason that he was falling down draft boards on the night of.
Same reason Imani Bates was falling was the same reason Cam Whitmore was falling, in my opinion. Sour attitude. Now he can play some ball, and I like.
Yo, bro, you do know Imani Bates was literally like the number one.
Imani Bates was nice, bro, but Cam Whitmore at Villanova was different.
Imani Bates he transferred schools too.
I'm talking about we're comparing a guy that went 20 and a guy that went 46, you said? Like it's
49.
Just 49. So it's like he damn near went undrafted. There's really not a debate to be had.
There is, but okay.
We're gonna see how good Imani Bates is when he gets to the Cavs. I think it's gonna be interesting for sure. I want to see. I mean, I feel like Cam Whitmore is gonna have more freedom to get buckets. In Houston,
volume is so massive. Like we're acting like volume isn't almost everything, especially with young guys.
Isn't Cam Whitmore a guard more than a forward? He's more of a guard type, right? He's a guard, right? So like how many guards there is on Houston, right?
They have Jalen Green,
right? KPJ, right?
Small forward. Like you're gonna play a 3-guard.
We're about to bring in Harden. Right.
We'll see about Harden because I'm hearing he's staying now.
Oh shit! I heard that there's some talks of him going to Houston.
Well, it's definitely debatable.
And I feel like what about Josh Christopher? Isn't Josh Christopher a guard?
I'm not.
Why?
I'm not no. For Cam Whitmore.
I mean,
shit. We'll see about that.
Yeah,
we'll see. He got drafted. He got drafted at 15 last year. Cam Whitmore got drafted at 20-something.
You were contemplating
that's a big clog. That's a big clog, bro. That's all I'm trying to say. That's a big clog in Houston. Let's see if Cam can get his reps.
Don't be surprised.
I do think he gets
it. Team next year. That's all I'm saying.
It's not because of him, bro.
He's going to be a part of it. I can guarantee he's going to be a part of it, bro. Ime Udoka knows what he's doing.
I like what the Rockets got going on.
They got a squad, especially
like
with Amon now. Forget about it, bro.
And that's another guard.
He's a small forward too. Like these are guys that the NBA is positionless. The NBA is positionless. This guy is 6'8".
Remember when I used this argument last week, and I was the bad guy?
What? We're making stuff up now. No, like NBA has been positionless since we've been giving Giannis Antetokounmpo all team, and he's just putting him at the center spot. as a fifth guy.
I like the Rockets.
All NBA is positionless these days.
I agree. I agree with you. But like I said, there's a lot of guards on Houston right now. So Cam Whitmore's got some competition going into camp, and hopefully he has a lot of good summer league games too. He's gonna have to show out in summer league. But like I said, it's a young team. He's gonna get his reps. Ime's gonna make sure he gets on the court. Let's see if he takes advantage of it or he folds up, because if he does, there's a lot of fucking guards. There's a lot of guards that could take all his minutes from him.
I mean, but the same can be said about literally anybody else on the team. Like, nobody even thinks
You're
KPJ
right.
is going to be on the squad to start the year. And then we're talking about, is Josh Christopher going to be able to carry the weight? Like, we're counting him out.
I didn't say that. I said there's more people that he's got to have competition with and that he's going to have to split buckets with. He's going to have to split volume with all these guys. So let's see if he's going to be one of them, that really him in Houston.
There was a reason he was.
And don't let them bring Harden in. Don't let them bring Harden in.
Then they're more than a play-in team. And my take is looking glorious.
No, I would say Whitmore, that's more volume taken away from Whitmore.
He's a rookie, so I wouldn't expect him to have volume. I'm talking about minutes on the floor. With the right minutes, yes. If he was on the Lakers,
he's not going to get those minutes now.
If he was, I said on the Lakers. The Lakers passed on him at 17, and they took a guy that was
good.
Because of the medicals.
You're high on him. Let's see what he does. Let's see what he does. I like him going to the Rockets, though. I really do like it. But
the Rockets are here to play ball. Like, I don't know why the Rockets are all of a sudden like
players, Jalen Green.
Bro, look at that squad up and down and tell me
they're not
talented.
I like Sengun. They gotta get Harden.
Nice,
if they want to be playing, they gotta.
They're not beating nobody.
They could probably make the 10 seed.
Look at the bottom of the West, bro. There's nothing that is actually like nobody's Teflon.
At the bottom of the West this year.
Bottom of the West is the Pelicans. The bottom of the West is the Lakers. The bottom of the West is Minnesota. And you look at those teams, and you're telling me that all three of those are solidified. You know.
Zion
get out of here, bro. They're talking about Zion coming back. Yeah, let's see him on the floor first. And then Minnesota's talking about trading Karl Anthony Towns. Anthony Edwards has
Minnesota's the only one that I can see not making the playoffs next year. But a lot of the I don't know what the Lakers are cooking up in LA either.
Nothing going on.
The Pelicans were the number 1 seed before Zion got hurt, so I'm not even.
I don't know about number 1 seed, but
they were.
But they weren't.
He got hurt and it was over.
Yeah. I mean, what? 15 games in. I mean, that's cool.
It wasn't 15 games in. It was like a third of the season in. You talking?
27 games he played, I believe.
27. Okay. Yeah. 20. Yeah, he did play 27 games actually. But I mean, we'll see what happens. I still think the Rockets probably on the edge of making them play in. I'd probably say 11 seed.
Crazy.
But I like the future, and especially with Ime. I like them bringing in Ime and not giving a fuck about the drama bullshit. So we'll see about the Rockets.
They'll give you a couple cool games to talk about for the third of the year.
They'll have some good Bleacher Report highlights, that's for sure.
Cool.
Okay, so whose career do you think got killed because they went to a certain team? Amir Thompson.
Where do you go to?
Pistons.
I don't understand it.
Grady Dick
to Toronto.
Grady Dick to Toronto. I mean, that might be all right. We'll see what
they have
happens.
So many wings, so I guess I could kind of see that. I don't know. This draft is super deep, so I feel like a lot of these guys are going to be able to make a name for themselves in the league. I don't know if there's anybody I could think of that's truly just going to go and rot like that.
Yeah, I don't think anybody is.
We really think Detroit's going to be like that much like hell for Amir?
They're going to be
I feel like
better.
I think they're going to be better.
Way better.
So why do we think his career is dead?
I was just making a joke.
Oh, just because he's a Piston?
Because he's on Pistons, yeah.
I don't know. I feel like this draft was just
I do like what the Pistons are doing right now.
They got a good young squad.
They got a nice.
No, the Pistons are here to play ball, especially if Cade can stay on the floor.
If Cade can be back and rocking, I like what they got going on over there too. Honestly, but they gotta get it like a full-time point guard. They need to do something about that.
because they're just relying on these point forwards. And the whole
I mean, Cade obviously is their point guard, but they need another guard.
You need real guard minutes.
I need another guard that can really, really rock out.
They need Jaden Ivey to take that step. Honestly,
yeah. If Jaden Ivey needs to take a step up.
Like, everyone was crying for the Knicks to make that big trade for Jaden Ivey last year during draft night, and then he came out and he really wasn't that great. I mean, he was solid. Don't get me wrong. Yeah, he was a rookie last year, but it wasn't anything spectacular the way that I would have wanted the Knicks to, trade all those assets for him. James Wiseman still has some hope. No, he definitely looked good in the minutes that he was.
He was still got Jalen Duran too.
It wasn't horrible. Well, he hopped Jalen Duran's minutes, right?
Yeah, he started being the starter and the one getting all the minutes once he pretty much got traded there. Yeah. Let's talk about CP3 to the Warriors. CP3 is off to the Warriors and
off the bench.
Yeah, I would see him coming off the bench, obviously, leading that second unit. I like it, honestly. What is that going to do for Golden State, though? Is that going to take them to the next level? I don't necessarily think so.
The moving screens are going to be nasty next season. If they re-sign Draymond the way that they're talking about re-signing Draymond, then oh my goodness. I mean, I know we always see those highlights on Twitter or TikTok of the moving screens from like the old playoffs. If you get CP3 now doing pick and rolls with Draymond, it's going to be really gross. But I don't think it could hurt. I mean, Curry and Clay, those are two guys that really are fantastic off of the ball, right? We see Curry is always scrambling off the ball. And I think a guy like Chris Paul is only going to be able to help you. Like we said,
he's going to be able to facilitate
bro,
that.
It's going to be
that's going to be
nasty.
It's going to be super dope.
It's going to be so cool to see. And I don't know. I'm happy for Chris Paul. I'm happy that he's on a squad where he isn't expected to be. I know Ed absolutely hates Chris Paul. So
what, bro?
He's not going to get a ring. It doesn't matter. I don't care where he goes. He's not getting. The Warriors just doomed themselves. They're definitely not getting another ring. Chris Paul.
That sealed the Warriors deal, is what you're saying? No more rings for the Warriors because of this?
Because they got rid of Jordan Poole? I don't know. Poole didn't move the needle for me like that.
So how do we feel about Jordan Poole to the Wizards? How do we feel? I mean, they got Tyus Jones, Jordan Poole. I wish they would have just got Bilal Coulibaly with all that, and that would have been tough. But
am I the only person?
I don't know. They got rid of Porzingis, Beal.
Yo, Jordan Poole had one bad year, bro. You stop.
I don't think Jordan Poole is somebody that you can build around.
Yes, you can.
You think you could?
I don't think so.
That's
either.
a one side of the ball player, bro.
There's a lot of Dame's one side of the ball.
Okay, and where's
Dame? A lot of the guards are one side of the ball.
Who that is actually out here winning is a one side of the ball guy. Because Jamal Murray just
who
respect Steph's defense first of all, bro. Steph plays solid defense for a guy that's the best shooter on the globe. First off,
man.
He plays okay defense. It's nothing. He'll never be an all NBA. He'll never be all NBA in defense. That's
he plays enough defense. And when you have a guy like Klay Thompson on, next to you, we're not putting Jordan Poole in the same sentence as Steph Curry. That's just disrespect.
Kyrie don't play much defense.
And Kyrie only ever won with LeBron James. So it's like, what we always say, what has Kyrie done outside of that? He hasn't done much winning. So Jordan Poole is a guy that's a shot
don't play much defense.
Don't, and they lose a lot. So
I'm just naming guys that don't play much defense.
Nah, it's not. It doesn't translate to success.
Name a guard in the league that plays decent defense besides Marcus Smart.
Jamal Murray just won an NBA Finals, and
what the fuck does that have to do with his defense, bro?
He plays good defense.
Doesn't.
You're not watching games, bro. Jamal Murray's a good defender.
He's pretty.
He's a solid defender, bro. Drew Holiday, you go.
Two. Marcus Smart and Drew Holiday.
Holiday's locking shit for sure.
Right. And we're putting Jordan Poole in the same sentence as any of these guys. Like, come on, bro. What has Jordan Poole done? He gets buckets when there's hose courtside. That's it. And now you're in Washington, D.C. Good luck, bro. I don't know. I can't see Jordan Poole doing anything other than just averaging 20 points per game next season.
Hopefully Tyus Jones is the primary ball handler, and he's the one who chooses who gets the ball and not Jordan Poole. Because if Jordan Poole is the main guy, I can't really see the Wizards doing much at all over the next couple of years.
We don't even know.
But we're gonna see. We're gonna see because he's gonna get that volume. Jordan Poole's gonna get that volume, so he could very possibly do something. He can get like 23 a game. So I mean, it's possible.
Oh, his field goal percentage is probably going to be in the shitter, but
yeah, that's for sure. Let's talk about Lillard, man.
I'm exhausted.
I'm so tired of Damian fucking Lillard's off-season shenanigans. 1 second, it's so passive aggressive. It's so like kiddie at this point. I'm tired of it. Either say you're staying for the rest of your career or demand a fucking trade. And Blazer front office, y'all need to do the same shit.
Yeah.
Either trade the motherfucker or keep him.
And then you got Jimmy Butler out here posting Dame Dollar, songs on his Instagram, putting subliminal messages out there. Then you got Dame on his Instagram live listening to like what's the song?
Welcome
like,
to
Welcome to
Miami.
Miami. Facts. Like, what are we doing, bro? What are we doing?
Just no matter where he goes, he's not gonna win nothing. So it doesn't matter. He's gonna get hurt.
I like Dame on Miami if he goes to Miami,
They're not
though.
gonna win nothing.
I mean, I think that'd be tough.
They would be tough.
They would be a tough
but you're not
squad.
gonna win nothing. You can be cool. Y'all can look cool all you want.
I don't know if I can doubt Miami, right? I'm not going to be the Knicks fan that sits here and says Miami can't win anything, and then all of a sudden we come back next year and they just do the same thing again. Like Miami's tough, bro.
Lose in the finals again. Congrats.
With Damian Lillard, I think I don't know if it would have won them the finals, but it moves the needle.
Cool.
I still don't think it beats the Nuggets getting Damian Lillard, but they would be more of a dominant team.
They would be
that's for sure.
For sure.
They'd be more of a dominant team.
I'm talking about winning. You're talking about a moral fucking victory. Would they win a ring with fucking Dame if you went to the team?
I mean, nobody's a guaranteed ring, bro. This isn't like 2012 LeBron. I don't know what you want from it.
Bro.
He wants to leave, but the pride inside is telling him to be loyal. I mean, bro, it's been long enough.
Niggas are idiots.
There's no such thing as pride and ego in the NBA anymore. Honestly, it's such a cutthroat industry. It's such like nut shit every offseason that me at this point, I like when I first like when I was like 21, 20, young adult, I was like, yeah, if I was drafted to the Knicks, I'd never leave the Knicks. There's no fucking way. I'd be the franchise player for the rest of my bro. I'm telling you right now, if that bag's calling and I could get a ring, shit, and it's in Miami, and I get to go to Miami,
forget about it.
Or like Texas or Cali,
yeah.
I'm out, bro. Fuck you mean? You know what I mean? So Dame has to like get over that shit and like just fucking go and try and win for once. Fuck.
It's at a point where it's like nobody would blame you, bro. Like nobody. I don't even think Portland fans would be mad. There was a kid at the draft wearing a trade Dame jersey. Like what? It's like, yo, nobody, like you can leave right now and nobody would sit here and say, oh, Dame was unloyal to Portland. Like, bro, we get it. You're good. You can go. Like we're good off of it. I don't know. We think he plays first night of the NBA. Tip. Is Damian Lillard a Portland Trailblazer?
Yes.
Why has he ever won though? That's what gets me.
Where are you going with that?
Because what has he ever won? Like
so, but okay, he hasn't won shit, but like, okay. So, like, he's still a good player, and he moves the needle on a lot of teams. That's why teams are interested in him.
Well, he doesn't want to leave, so he's a loser. He likes losing. He doesn't want the big thing.
He likes being loyal, I guess. I don't know. I'm not Damian Lillard.
He's on the Blazers. I think they trade Simons, personally. I think the Blazers trade Simons for I don't know what, and they figure out a way to get a nice little wing. And I guess they re-signed Jeremy Grant, and supposedly Dame on his wish list wants Draymond Green as well, which I don't know how that's going to fit. I don't know how that's fitting with the Blazers at all.
I have sympathy for him, though.
I don't have any sympathy for him. I'm just discussing the fact that, this is stupid at this point. Like, everyone's tired of it.
The crazy part is that he wants to re-sign.
This is the most famous thing he did.
That and the shot over Paul George. That was it.
He said he wanted to re-sign Jeremy Grant and sign Draymond Green
with Yusuf Nurkic still on the
yeah,
squad.
with Nurkic as the 5. How can they coexist with each other? How can that team, how can them two coexist, Jeremy Grant and Draymond Green? They're pretty much, they play the same position and they're damn near the same player.
They're redundant. Yeah.
It doesn't make sense to me. I don't know.
He's smoking rock.
Draymond is going back to fucking Golden State.
Yes, definitely. At this point. And now we hear the news of Draymond, if we want to bring that up. what he actually said to Jordan Poole, according to Cameron and the Is What It Is pod. You know, they talked about what Draymond and Jordan Poole actually had said. And apparently Jordan Poole said to him, your Twitter handle is Money Green and you ain't got no money. Yeah, go enjoy Sacramento next year. We're not bringing you back. What do we think about those comments? And that, you know, he gets.
I don't even think it's worth getting stole off on like that. I feel like Draymond had a super high head. If that was really the conversation, I thought he said something way more disrespectful, honestly. But I get shit happens in the heat of the moment.
They were running suicides too, so it wasn't like this was during one of those only like, hey, you know, don't drop the shooting sleeves, you know, get on the line type of days. So I don't know. Maybe he was in a bad mood already.
Yeah, and they're running suicides. And I mean, but still, I can't see that as a reason to like steal off the way he stole off.
Yeah,
like some people are just high-headed and the adrenaline's going and it's the heat of the moment. I get that, but that's still wild corny of him, honestly.
Yeah, I get it.
It's just some good shit talk at the end of the day. But sometimes you talk shit, you get hit.
You do.
You know? And that's the way of life. Let's talk about Marcus Smart to Memphis. I think that was actually an excellent addition for Memphis. Like a really, really underrated, very good addition. Because one, now you have that veteran for Ja Morant. You have the veteran that can actually take Ja Morant and like really teach him the way.
He's the guy that's going to teach him.
Yeah, I mean, Marcus Smart, when has he ever done anything wild off the court?
Marcus Smart's a fantastic
he's a great
locker room
He's a
guy.
great leader. He's a locker room guy.
And I said
that's
to
your
Andy,
favorite term, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Locker room guy. I said to Andy,
they need a veteran like Donald has.
I feel like
Marcus Smart's a good vet, bro.
He's a vet, bro. He's
and he makes winning plays.
Bro.
I said to Andy, you look at a lot of the pivotal plays in Boston winning big games in the playoffs, oftentimes it was something from Marcus Smart, like a steal from Marcus Smart, you know, something like that put Boston over the edge. So I don't know. I really think that's a great addition, and he's following the Tony Allen path perfectly. So it fits for me.
They'll be able to coexist real nicely.
What up, Mike? How we doing, baby?
What up, Mike? What's good, baby? Shout out to the Divide Live. But let's talk about Boston though. Did they really get better losing Marcus Smart and getting KP?
I thought that.
Yes.
I think yes, but minimally. In comparison to where if they would have moved off of Brogdon, that would have been a bigger step forward.
I agree.
I think keeping Brogdon was like, I'm not big on Brogdon, bro. I think Twitter and social media hyped him up a lot more than
I think Brogdon's super tough.
He's solid, but Marcus Smart, a lot more value in my opinion. I think the Marcus Smart trade put them a step forward. Trading Brogdon would have put them 2 steps forward.
I agree with that.
They traded Brogdon.
They traded Marcus Smart. They kept Brogdon.
I thought he went to the Lakers.
That was the original trade. Was Brogdon was going to go to the Clippers, yada yada yada. But that trade fell through, and they wind up having to trade Marcus Smart instead of Brogdon. They
really wanted KP. That was it. They still really, really wanted KP.
KP, I don't know. It's just a better option. Now they got somebody at the 4 that can actually shoot.
Yeah,
do what he has to do.
For sure.
Now they can just put Robert Williams on the floor now because KP can spread the floor.
Yeah, and you don't that's an instant upgrade over Al Horford, right? Like they're going to be tough next year.
And they still keep Al Horford too. So.
Well, let's hope KP stays healthy. That's going to be a big part of it because now you're just missing a piece. But you know, I could see why the Celtics left Marcus Smart is because you know they still have Derek White. Yeah. You still have Brogdon.
D White's solid too.
They
feel that D White brought more to the table, especially offensively in the playoffs. So I get that. But I get them originally trying to move off of Brogdon first. That made the most sense. Unfortunately, you weren't able to do that. You had to give up Marcus Smart. Something that, it's
just
upsetting.
Pray that KP's healthy.
Exactly.
Yeah,
that's
he
it.
played 65 games last year.
No, KP has been fantastic,
23
actually.
and 8.
He played, bro. I really wanted the Knicks to look into him as well if he was available, because that's a guy that if he could play the 5, it's great spacing.
Yeah, when he's healthy, he does great numbers, but he hasn't had a game over 65 games since he was on the Knicks.
That's
2016.
That is it. He needs to stay healthy.
That's the key.
Stay healthy.
That's the key for Boston.
Hopefully with minimal pressure, being that he's like the 3-4 option on that team now. Yeah. Like there's going to be nights where he doesn't even have to score for them, and he's just like, yo, go out there and just be a big man. Like that's where he's thrive.
I didn't like his gameplay in Dallas at all. I felt like it was very dog shit performances by him, and that was the last time he was surrounded like by some real shit. Bradley Beal is obviously some real shit, but
they weren't.
I feel like Porzingis strives on shitty teams. He strived on the shitty Knicks. He didn't strive when the Mavs were actually competing.
He got hurt.
And then he strives on the shitty Wizards.
Not
right? So let's see. Let's see if he could go into a competitive team. Huh?
He didn't do bad in Dallas.
He didn't do good either.
He had 20 and 10.
Yeah, but his numbers weren't really good. I think he was inefficient.
He was inefficient. Like it wasn't it. I'm telling you, it wasn't it.
I mean, enough.
I remember that shit,
him, bro.
They traded him. It wasn't it,
bro. They traded him for a reason. I mean, they had visions of him,
and he had beef. And he had beef in Dallas too.
Like Luka, that was the thing.
And he had beef in Dallas. And I remember we were arguing this a little bit before on Moneyline Madness. We were talking about this. Oh, KP's not a diva anymore because his brother is not his agent anymore.
Yeah.
But he had legitimate beef in 2 out of 3 cities.
Yeah.
That he's been in. So let's see if he's gonna be a humble guy in Boston.
He was in Dallas. He shot 50%.
He folded in big games every time. Yeah, I mean, the thing is, like Simo said, like we don't know him on a winning team like that. That's going to be. I'm very curious to see him in the playoffs next year. That's going to be very, very interesting.
KP in playoff intensity basketball is nothing I've ever really seen, and he's folded when he was in Dallas. So, like, I don't know. We'll see what happens. It could be very, very good for Boston, or it could go very sour, in my opinion.
I agree. If he gets hurt, it's going to be scary.
Yeah.
Gonna be scary.
Yeah. So let's switch it up. Let's talk about Wembanyama's shoot arounds. So there's like a 5-second out of content clip that shows fucking Wembanyama missing like 5 shots in a row, and now all of a sudden he can't shoot. Is the critique already too crazy? I mean, are we really critiquing a shoot around in front of like 10 fans that he's just doing for a photo op? That's what we're doing?
I think when you're that big of a sensation, everything you do is going to be under a microscope.
That's why I said that's how I know he's going to be the next big guy.
Right,
because
so I don't know. I'm not putting anybody.
This is what we're doing already with him. We're already doing this already with him.
Yes.
Already doing this already with him.
Have you seen one, bud?
Huh?
What was that?
How many commercials you see one, bud?
None yet.
None.
LeBron James.
What's from America? Keep going.
Okay. So
that's also
keep going.
You saying he's
I don't know
he's a bigger prospect.
What up, Nick?
LeBron
Thanks for
James.
tuning in, bro. I don't know if Wemby is PR ready like that. He can't
speak fluent. He's not even like all the way fluent in English bro.
I saw.
You seen the interviews?
Yeah.
I don't watch my interviews. I don't care.
Okay. Well, he can't speak fluent English. It's like Giannis when he first came. You know what I'm saying? Like he'll get his endorsements. You can trust and believe that shit.
Yeah, when the media does that, when they give him that same Giannis treatment and they start talking to him and they're like, oh, this accent, like, oh, it's cute and marketable. Like, that's when he'll take the turn and start doing commercials. Because once Giannis became like the Greek freak and his accent and stuff was funny, now it's funny to have Giannis on your commercial and he can, pronounce in English some type of, oh, get the Gatorade, something like that. So when we see Wemby take that turn, that's when you'll see him on
I really wish he was gonna play in the summer league. I really wish he played in the summer league just so he could violate and really show motherfuckers.
They don't want him to pull a check.
Woo! Yeah, nah, for real.
That's what they don't want to do.
That's what they don't want
He's
to
legit
see.
in bubble wrapping.
Yeah, they are not unleashing that boy he might not even play preseason.
He might not step out the house till September, bro. It's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be crazy. Thank God he's in San Antonio and not a market like New York or LA.
I think he will eventually. Maybe he stays in San Antonio. We'll see what type of player he is, what kind of guy he is. We don't know his character yet. We don't know how he is on the court. We don't know.
Get the jersey swaps going, boys. Get them going.
We don't know what his career is really gonna be.
Yeah,
you know.
But just know, as soon as anybody hears Wembanyama's disgruntled,
woo, the trade machines will be firing off, and the jersey swaps will be edited.
Yep,
I promise you.
They will be pumping. That is for sure.
He's going to do horrible in his first 2 years. Of course, he's going to be like, give him the year 5. Watch. I see it now.
Nah, I feel like we're going to know. Like, if he's a bust,
you know what player I did that for in the NFL? Daniel Jones. And watch what he's about to do. We're fucking 5. All right? Watch what he's about to do this upcoming year, motherfucker. You'll see what the fuck is about to go down.
Yeah. I mean, the NFL and NBA are very, very different.
Year 5. I think Wemby could be a top 5 player in the NBA, maybe the best player in the league by year 5.
I think we forget. Yeah, I would agree.
By year 5, by the end of his rookie contract, he could very well be the best player in the NBA.
I would agree with that.
That's his ceiling.
I would agree with that. Just because
top 5 at least, though. I can see that.
Look at like Dwayne Wade. He was the last player to lead a team to the finals while on his rookie deal, and it just wouldn't shock me if on his rookie deal, bro, it wouldn't surprise me, dog. It really, really wouldn't surprise me.
Some big pieces to help that man.
You have Greg Popovich. You have a guy like Wemby. San Antonio is very appealing. The organization is very appealing, bro. You don't think Pop has pull in the NBA, bro? You're smoking.
I'm not saying I'm saying he has to get that though. What are you talking about?
We'll see. I think San Antonio has something going for him in the next
I hope
few
San
years.
Antonio does something in free agency. I hope they get like a veteran guard in. I want them to go for Fred VanVleet so bad.
I don't even need them doing that just yet, though.
I want to see them play. I want to see them play at a high level early.
The thing about Fred VanVleet,
I want them to go for Steph Curry. That's who else. Also, I would like to see them play.
Not a bad move.
Steph Curry on the Spurs would be very actually good. I would like to see that.
Solid role player.
I mean, they have the second most cap space in the NBA, I believe, the Spurs. To put fucking veterans around Victor Wembanyama. That's for what?
So Seth is one of them?
Yes. What is wrong with Seth Curry going to San Antonio?
Bro, Seth Curry was averaging near 20 points per game on the Sixers, bro.
That's tough.
He's tough. Does Wemby entice other guys to join? I assume so.
Watch when he starts playing,
bro.
I bet you they will. Especially next year. It might not happen this year, but definitely next year, once they see him actually play ball, the motherfuckers gonna start flocking to San Antonio. I promise you.
I want to play with him already. What do you mean? That's crazy. Like, let me get the rock. Damn. I don't know. San Antonio's here to play ball. Next few years are going to be scary, especially out west. Teams like San Antonio, teams like the Rockets that are building something. All of those teams in the middle of the West that have had a shot the past couple years, look out.
10th and 9th seed. Let's go.
We'll see, bro. We'll see.
Hey, that's what I call. I said the Spurs. Well, Matt said Houston could potentially be a play-in team. I said the Spurs could potentially be a play-in team. So do I. I think so. I fucking hate it too. I think it's trash. I think it's garbage.
But you know what? They're going to keep
I think it's whack as fuck.
Especially after the Heat just made the finals.
Yeah, because the script is scripted.
Yep. The play-in is here to stay, fellas.
The NBA justified the play-in with the Heat shenanigans.
Yep.
And the Lakers, too. The Lakers made it to the second round, too, and they were from the play-in. So, I mean, shit is annoying.
It should just always be the 8th.
So, what are the Clippers doing, man?
Allegedly, they're keeping Russ.
What are they cooking?
They are bringing back Russ. I saw that today as well.
I need PG in New York very badly. I can't even.
You would rather have PG than Zion?
Yes.
Why?
Better fit. I think the Knicks are a wing player away, a good wing player away, rather than a good power forward away. I mean, I just can't see Julius Randle and Zion Williamson coexisting like that. And I think
it would have to be a swap.
It would.
Of Julius.
And then I don't
Julius Randle out here for Zion.
I think Julius Randle, Jalen Brunson, Paul George puts you closer.
With Mitchell, yeah. I mean, if we could find a way to get Paul George without giving up Julius Randle or RJ Barrett.
Which is possible.
It is. It low-key is. But we're going to have to give up a lot of picks. And we're going to have to entice them to take Evan Fournier's contract. And
I'm okay with
I'm saying Obi, Grimes, Fournier, and they're probably going to say no to Grimes and make us give up IQ.
I was going to say
now that's when it gets a little I don't know if I want to do that, you know what I'm saying?
I'm giving them RJ.
I'm not.
I'd rather keep RJ Barrett.
I'm not.
And get Zion, bro.
I'm not. Not for how old is Paul George?
Old as shit, and we don't even.
He's like 33, right?
And we don't even know if he's going to stay healthy.
No way. I'm giving up 22-year-old RJ Barrett for Paul George.
If we're going
to go give up someone young, and it's not going to be Obi Toppin doesn't get it done.
Obi and IQ could get in 3 first-rounders. Could get it done
RJ before I part with IQ. Sorry.
Yeah, absolutely the fuck not.
Bro,
sorry.
I'm partying with
absolutely
IQ,
not.
Obi and Randall.
I'm not giving up either or. I'm not giving up RJ or Randall.
You're gonna have to.
No. Then we're not doing it.
Okay.
Simple as that.
The Knicks are in no rush. That's the thing. The Clippers window, if anything, is closing sooner than later. The Knicks are in no rush. You got to where you are now by being passive and being patient. There's no need to hit the red button.
I'm fine
on a team
with
that's been doing well and progressing like you have. I mean, there's just no need.
If I'm the Knicks, I'm fine. I'm totally fine with picking up one decent role player like a Bruce Brown or a Dante DiVincenzo and just running it back.
Why?
And then
I saw you shitting on DiVincenzo.
Can you wait? Can you wait for me to finish before you start? Motherfucker.
Just saying bullshit.
What's bad about DiVincenzo?
You need another guard.
He could play the 3 too.
Play the 3.
Bro, with the Bucks, he was playing the 3, bro. With the Bucks, with the Warriors, and you look at teams that he's been on. He's been a role player on winning teams. I don't know how you could look at him and not think that he could bring something to the table. He's Evan Fournier, but better.
Well, I would be fine with them taking Bruce Brown or DiVincenzo going into the season just like that, and then going for a disgruntled Paul George and a disgruntled Clippers franchise once they figure out their team still ain't shit. When they're fucking doing these fucking load management bullshit. That just does not work. And a lot of people say Paul George doesn't play games. Paul George doesn't play games. Yeah, because the Clippers organization doesn't allow him to play games.
It's garbage, bro.
They don't allow him to play games because they rest him on fucking second because of Kawhi Leonard. He gets the Kawhi Leonard treatment because Kawhi Leonard's there.
Yeah.
And that's how the Clippers organization is ran. They give people load management. They let them do what the fuck they want. He comes to the Knicks. He's got to lock in. He's got to play every fucking night. Period.
To the ground before the playoffs even start.
We are getting 2 years out of this motherfucker. I don't give a fuck what we do. Run that bitch into the ground. I don't give a fuck. We're only getting 2 years out of him. Let's fucking cook. And that's another reason why I would not give up RJ Barrett, because we're only going to get 2 years of Paul George. 2 fucking years. That's your window. 33 with paper clip knees. No way I'm giving up RJ Barrett or Randall for Paul George. Not happening. IQ, now you're pushing it. You're pushing it with IQ.
So y'all think Obi Toppin?
I don't think anything. I just think we'll fucking just keep our team.
Who do you think? We're going to have to give up players. It doesn't matter if
I
you say
trade
no or not.
Obi, Grimes, Fournier, 4 first-rounders running.
I don't think they say yes.
They're not going to want one of our talents?
Grimes, Obi.
I just don't.
I'm done talking for the rest of the
He's 33
I'm
and he's getting
talking
paid
for the rest
$50
of the
million a year. So good luck. Good luck.
Yeah, I don't know.
Good luck.
I'm not pressed to trade for him.
Grimes,
That's it.
Obi.
We have the leverage. They don't.
That's true.
We have the leverage. They don't. Period. I'm not beat.
That is true. We have the leverage. That is a Fendi. All right. What else we got going on? Let's do a little pick a side.
Oh, yeah. Pick a side, pick a side, pick a side, pick a side. We haven't done it in a while, so chat, make sure y'all participate. Jamal Murray or Damian Lillard? And why?
What sense?
Who's the better player? Who's you taking? What's the criteria? Who are you taking going into 2024? 2023 season with? Would you rather have Jamal Murray or would you rather have Damian Lillard? Simple as that.
It's tough.
It's a lot tougher than what
bro, I thought about it,
what
and then
people think.
I thought about it for a good few minutes earlier, and I really couldn't conclude much. I mean, they're very different, but very much two of the same, right? They're both very Murray. I think I'm leaning.
taking Jamal Murray.
I think I'm leaning towards Jamal as well. Just like I said earlier, Jamal Murray.
Just because
What's the
Dame
reason?
Can't play no fucking defense. So
Jamal Murray does. Look at that. Look at that. Jamal Murray on the defensive side, the difference maker. Love to see it. Love to see it. You love to see that.
I guess so. they both are one's less of a cone, I guess. I don't know.
We've never seen Dame outside of Portland. Hey, we've never seen Jamal outside of Denver. So, I mean, you could sit here playing devil's advocate. You could say, hey, I've never seen Jamal Murray win anything without Nikola Jokic, who's a generational talent on the squad. I get that angle too.
Now let's just trade and swap. Say Jamal Murray's on the Blazers and Damian Lillard's on the Nuggets.
The Nuggets.
I still think the Nuggets win the championship, and I think Jamal Murray and the Blazers wouldn't be doing a fucking thing. So, like, let's really think about this here. I mean, I like Damian Lillard's offense more than Jamal Murray's offense. Now, Jamal Murray's a fucking dog. Don't get me wrong. Do not get me wrong. And he's very close to being Damian Lillard.
On
very
offense,
close,
bro. His
very close.
bag now
He's very close to being there.
His mid-range too.
Like you said, Ed,
it's getting close, bro. This playoffs, he was showing out, though.
Yeah, he was.
Bro, his offensive bag of tricks is a little bit deeper, I'd say, than Dame.
No, it's not.
Dame is
no,
just
it's not.
no,
No,
it
it's
is.
not. No,
Dame
it's
is just
not.
a better
Absolutely
three-point
the fuck
shooter.
not. No, he's not.
His own
No,
shot,
he's not.
or he doesn't
Bro.
create his own shot off the pick and roll.
Jamal Murray is constantly creating his own shot. Damian
That's
Lillard is
Damian
just
Lillard.
a better
Off
shooter.
the pick and roll. Off the pick and roll. He's not doing it like Dame's doing it off nothing.
Bro,
And
Dame is a
like-
better shooter, but
and-
Jamal Murray, I think, has more tricks.
Dame
I think Dame is a better off-ball shooter as well. Off the dribble shooter.
Dame's a better shooter. He
Bro,
is.
he's
He
creating-
shoots at a better
overall.
percentage.
Jamal Murray has to use the pick and roll.
And I also think, Damian Lillard can go to the rack. Like, don't sleep on Lillard ability to,
I don't know about
to
as
get
much
to the
as Murray,
basket.
though. Murray's transition game is absolutely absurd. So I don't know.
You're doing recency bias.
I mean, because Dame has really done so much to move the needle. Cocaine's
We're not-
a hell of
we're
a
not-
drug. Tagging me is crazy. Tagging me is crazy. I'm right here.
Dame creates more offense than Jamal Murray does.
Maybe. I don't know. Maybe.
And like I
What do
said,
you mean you don't know? You've
it's
seen it all fucking season. What are you talking about?
it's a lot closer than what people
It's
think.
very,
People
very
are just going to
close.
automatically, I'm not saying Matt will automatically do this, but like recency bias is going to make you think Jamal Murray's a better player than Damian Lillard.
I've been
but,
so
like,
high on Jamal since he came
So
out
have
of
I.
Kentucky.
So have I. But Damian Lillard, he's him as well. And I wish he could go to a fucking contender to really show motherfuckers how good he actually is.
Yep.
And when he's in his bag in Portland, he's in his fucking bag. Like, let's not a locked in Damian Lillard is damn near unstoppable. He's damn near unstoppable. At times he is absolutely unstoppable.
No, absolutely. We've
So-
seen Jamal Murray have those same type of flame-throwing moments too in the playoffs as well. So it's very, very close. Very close. So final.
Off the pick and roll.
Goodness.
Or is he creating his own shot? Like, that's all I'm asking.
Jamal Murray can absolutely create his own shot.
That's
That's
how you seen him do it this playoffs.
you want me to pull up a highlight right now? Like,
pull up
he
highlights.
absolutely has. If you
Pull
did,
up
did you
highlights.
not watch the final,
I seen a
bro?
whole bunch of pick
He
and
was
rolls.
fantastic. He was fantastic,
Jokic
creating
stole-
his own
guiding
shot
him
off
up.
the mid-range, which I don't think Damian Lillard can do nearly as well. So
Yeah.
look at Dame in the
Anything
bubble; he
else to
couldn't
talk
miss.
about?
Okay, and pull up Jamal Murray in the bubble too. Like Jamal Murray was going stupid in the Western Conference Finals,
Congrats.
a round ahead
They lost.
of Damian Lillard. So yeah, and where was Dame? He went home, a round previously. So it's very close. What's your final take?
My final take.
Yep.
My final take is that the New York Giants is going to win the NFC East this year.
Want to put money on that?
I sure won't.
All right.
I wouldn't either.
No confidence in your team, but
That's cool.
I'm taking Jamal Murray next year.
So am I. But Damian Lillard's right there.
It's
And,
close.
and
It's
the
very,
difference
very
really
close.
is it really is defense. What does it for me?
I don't lie.
Because I feel like Damian is better on offense, but Jamal Murray's that much better on defense, and he's close to Damian Lillard on offense.
Yeah,
that's the only reason why I'm saying it. But it's a lot closer than
most would think.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't even know if that's like a thought in a lot of people's heads, but it is very close. They're two Western Conference guards, so we got to start putting them in more conversations.
All right, I think we're gonna wrap this up. MoSports TV. I appreciate Andrew Fischer for pulling it up on the gang. He's gonna do great for the returning champ Ole Miss baseball team. Thank you for pulling up, my boy. Yeah, we'll be back next week. You already know what time it is. Next Tuesday, 7 o'clock. You know the routine. Make sure you buy a MoSports t-shirt, and I'll see y'all later, man.
It's up to the YouTube.